Yo, what's up, guys? It's been a while since I live streamed. How you all been? Welcome, Chris. How's it going today? Browns are on the radar at some point. I want to try to get through all 32 teams at some point this season. But welcome. Let's get these upgrades out of the way real quick. Take a look at the starting roster here. Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. Robbie Anderson, David Moore. I could definitely use some tight end help. And Christian McCaffrey clearly our best player on either side of the ball. All right, things are going good, man. Things are going good. I was trying uploads and not that they've been doing bad, just not what's been bringing in content. But things are good. How are things with you, man? How are things? See, we need some middle linebacker help. We need some outside linebacker help. We need some safety help, most definitely. What happens if I do this? Will it put one of those free safeties over? No. I think we might jump Jeremy Chin over to the other safety position. Yeah, I feel ya. I just got off work not too long ago, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to stream today. I was going to do my face cam, but apparently my camera's broken, so I have to send that out, get that repaired. No big deal. Yeah, let's switch that safety around. Actually, I'm on PC. Yeah, I'm actually on PC. I have it on Xbox. I don't. My PS4's not here. I have a buddy that's borrowing my PS4 because they wanted to play Kingdom Hearts. And then my Xbox One X died on me, so I have my old original release date Xbox One, but that thing is slow. We're gonna go ahead and push through. Let's see what we can do to improve the team. I'm allowing myself only like 2 free agent signings in the free agency. I think Jefferson wouldn't be bad, but not something we need. We have a young safety now. But yeah, I'm actually playing here. I'll get my cursor moving around here. Yeah, see? PC. Let's bring in... I'd hate to bring in Vontez Perfect. I don't want somebody that dirty on my team. There's nothing that I'm seeing really in middle linebackers that I'm too interested in. Got to do audio check and making sure that everything looks good, which it does. The first season is going to be... I'm going to sim it through. And then we'll see where I feel for second season, because I don't want to give too much of an advantage to myself. We needed, what, a left or a right outside linebacker? I know that they just did a big update, because I did have to update it. I haven't been on here for a while. Take a look here. Yeah, it was, they just added in pretty much this stuff where it gives you the team that they actually played with. My team of choice right now is the worst team in the league. And they just keep getting worse. There's no coming back from it. I needed to see which linebacker I needed. I am a Jets fan. And they just keep disappointing. My secondary team is the Packers. So, I do have a team that I root for that I know wins. Could bring in Cameron Wake, but I don't want to bring in that old of a... Oh, man, the Browns. They're finally looking good, though. Like, they don't look bad this year. Let's bring in Vic Beasley. Browns are not looking bad this year. Now that they finally have a head coach that seems to, yeah, I was kind of thinking Eli Apple. I definitely needed, a right outside linebacker. I have Shaq Thomas over here on the left side, so I really don't need Clay Matthews. And Eli Apple's going to end up being a number 3, and that's going to be the free agents that I'm allowing myself to, sign. Shouldn't Dez be on the Ravens? Or did they not actually sign him? I do want to check something out here. I can't do it through here. I'm going to sign him temporarily. He's going to be here very temporary. I got to see something because I saw it on my Xbox and I want to make sure... I want to see if it's actually been fixed or if it's still not right. Yeah, look at this. Look at this, though. Dez Bryant has definitely played in the NFL, and there's no career stats here. There's nothing. Real immersive EA. I love it. You'll hear me complain about this game a lot. I'd play NFL head coach, but I got a copyright strike for that. Oh god, the O-line really needs some help on these guards. Yeah, they're just god-awful at just about everything they do. Alright, let's get to the cut days and see where we sit. I used to do this series where I would play division games, home games, I would play offense, away games, I would play defense. NFL Blitz isn't going to make a comeback, though. I don't think NFL Street is either. EA's been focusing so much on all these stupid game modes nobody asked for in their games to do anything like that. Not really much to cut there. God, we need tight end depth. Like, they added the yard, they added whatever Superstar KO mode or whatever it's called. And then you've got, like, Madden Ultimate Teams and all that other you have to pay to play garbage. And I used to be heavily invested in Mutt. I'm not a wrestling fan. I used to be whenever I was younger, but I really turned away from that. God, when did I quit playing wrestling games or even remotely? 2012? Like, last wrestlers that I knew that were there that were big were like John Cena, Randy Orton. I might put Troy Pride in there. He's got some potential. He's got 92 speed. Not bad man coverage. Definitely a man coverage corner. Why do we have so many free safeties? Yeah, I can't even think of who else. Shawn Michaels, I know, is still wrestling whenever I was watching. So is Triple H, and I know Triple H doesn't wrestle anymore, and I know Shawn Michaels doesn't. What about punt returns? I don't think he's... Check my special teams here. He's not even my lineup for it. Yeah, I might pull him up to a starter to get him to develop. He's 22 years old. He's got a lot of upside. Why is our punter so bad? He has no accuracy. Well, that's fine. He doesn't need to be accurate. He's a punter. Now, that's a good kick power. All right. I want to take a very quick look at trade block. We're definitely going to run with Teddy Bridgewater. I'm a Teddy Bridgewater fan. I think he still has a lot of upside potential. All right, man. Have a good day at work. Hopefully it goes quick for you. I would love to get Naheem Hines, but I already did a rebuild with him. See, Kenny Stills is available. Not much of an improvement over anybody else that we really have starting, is it? No. Guards. We definitely want to look into guards, see if there's anybody here. There is not. Nothing that's going to be an improvement over what we have there. Right guard, no. Well, I'd be interested in taking him off of Baltimore's hands to develop him, but I'm not gonna give anything up for it. Let's check right ends here. We're good there. Middle linebacker is a spot that I know we need to look at, and there's nobody here for trade. Right outside of linebacker, we got Vic Beasley. We stick with Beasley, or do we go Kirk? I'll stick with Beasley. Kirkland might bounce out to a free agent. Tyus Bowser, I know, is always a really solid pickup in the outside linebackers pickup, but I don't really want to pull him in. Eli Apple being our number 3. Jason McCourty wouldn't be too bad of a pull in. He runs the scheme that I like, which is the man coverage scheme. I think we just stick with our team as is. Nothing here really popping out to me. Dante Jackson gets an upgrade. That's what we like. Bring in a big upgrade there. DJ Moore gets an upgrade. He also has a superstar ability. Got short out elite. Receivers with this ability catch more consistently while catching passes less than 10 yards from the line of scrimmage outside the numbers. Oh yeah, I forgot this update made it so I can actually like change them to make a little bit more sense to my schemes. That wouldn't be too bad. Wouldn't be too bad either. Let's see what his ratings are. See if there's anything that would make a little bit more sense. Not particularly. His route running is pretty decent, but it's not high enough to want to give him something like that. Let's give him a physicality upgrade and make it so he can catch the ball a little bit better. And we're going to go ahead and get into week 1. I just got to make it to week 3, put in the draft class, which would be the C4 draft class that I normally use, and never remember who's any good aside from Trevor Lawrence. And we'll go from there. Curtis Samuel has an up. Let's do... He's got speed. Like, we have such a burner set of wideouts. Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, and Curtis Samuel. Very fast core of wide receivers. Practice squad players signed. That's fine. Real quick glance into the free agency. Who's all left? Brandon Carr would not be a terrible fit as a backup. Chris Hogan wouldn't be too bad to have in the slot. Jalen Mills wouldn't be terrible. DRC wouldn't be a terrible guy to have, but he's 34 years old. I don't know if I want to try to run a win now situation or not. I don't think we're quite stacked enough to run a win now situation. And player upgrades. Derek Brown gets an upgrade, the defensive tackle. Let's go ahead and keep him as a run stuffer. Robbie Anderson gets an upgrade. The undrafted free agent who was a Jet not too long ago Hit route running a bit for him. 87 overall. I don't know why Robbie Anderson, of all people, is ranked so high. Because unless he has open field space, he's not that good. We definitely need to make sure we upgrade our left guards as far as we can. So we hit week 3. We are 0-2. I really wasn't expecting this team to perform super well. Quite a few guys that look like they might walk on me that I don't want to let go. Let's see what our cap space is looking like. We definitely want to bring this tackle back, Taylor Morton, or Moten. Motton? He wants quite a bit of money. He's 26. Let's go ahead and sign him a 4-year deal. He's an 84 overall. He's going to come back. Curtis Samuel, we definitely need to bring back one of our top wide receivers. He's 24 years old. Let's bring him back on a 4-year deal. We're going to increase this money a little bit to make sure we get him signed. There we go. He's happy with that. Mike Davis will probably let walk. Russell Douglas, we might re-sign. We're going to see where we're at corners. Russell Okung can go. Our kicker will probably re-sign. That's a really nice kick power. Definitely need to work on that accuracy, but kick power is a definite on him. Maybe bring back Tahir Whitehead. Maybe to be a backup middle linebacker. Let's grab this C4 draft class. And of course, we know that Trevor Lawrence is the best player in the class, but that is not what we need to look into. We need to be looking into offensive linemen to help build around Teddy Bridgewater. And we're going to quickly set auto scouting on. So let's go ahead and upgrade our players. Our kicker gets an upgrade. Let's hope that he actually gets accuracy upgrades. He does. He gets 1. Edge rusher. No power there, so we're going to keep him on run stuffing and speed blocking. Or speed rushing. Jeremy Chin, the free safety, gets an upgrade. Who should be our rookie? Yes, but he is not getting his snaps counted. Thanks, EA, for breaking that again. We're going to hybrid them. I like to keep my safeties as hybrids because that kind of keeps them all situational. So let's go ahead and jump to the mid-season here and see where our team is going to stand. I'm going to say that we're probably only going to get maybe 2 wins on this stretch. We'll take a look at stats and see how everybody is doing. Yeah, I've been back, Ace. I've just been uploading. I haven't really been streaming. 3 wins, a little bit higher than I said we would probably get within that stretch. We are not winning our division by any sense of the means. It's going to be a few years before we do. But yeah, I've been uploading videos. I just haven't been streaming. Let's see here. We want to keep the kicker. We'll put him on a 5-year deal. That kick power is nice. He just needs some accuracy. And we'll be good to really roll with him. We have a lot of really young corners. Tight end is something that we will definitely have to look into through the draft and or free agency. Let's go ahead and bring in our fullback. Let's bring him back. We're going to take a look at stats here halfway through the season and see where everybody's sitting. So Teddy Bridgewater, 13 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. Not a good season for Teddy. 1,500 yards. Rushing, Christian McCaffrey, 754 yards. Trying to push for a 1,000-yard season, it looks like. Will he get it? I don't know. 4 touchdowns for him on the ground. 7 for Mike Davis. None for anybody else. Teddy Bridgewater has also scrambled for 116 yards receiving-wise. Robbie Anderson sitting at 428 yards and 4 touchdowns. Chris Manhertz with 3 touchdowns. DJ Moore with none. That's a little concerning considering we just re-signed him. Curtis Samuel with 3. I think we just re-signed him. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong on that. I think it was Curtis Samuel we just re-signed. Christian McCaffrey with 1 through the air and almost 100 yards. Mike Davis with 1. Ian Thomas with 1. Blocking-wise, let's see how sacks are looking. A lot of sacks. 6, 9, 12, 15 altogether from the offensive line. Defensively, 2 interceptions for Shaq Thompson. 2 interceptions for Justin Burrows. Dante Jackson, Eli Apple, Brian Burns, and Corn Elder, all with interceptions. Total sacks aren't looking too bad. Vic Beasley putting in some work, trying to get that contract extension from us. TFL's Brian Burns leading the charge on that. And no forced fumbles. So it's been the turnover game. It looks like it's been more of our offense letting us down than our defense. We probably have quite a few player upgrades here. Let's go ahead and roll through these. See if there's any that are more necessary than others. It's still having this bug where sometimes you can use your controller to move this up and down, and sometimes you can't. And the menus are very unresponsive since this past update from the looks of it. That's great. EA doing what EA does, and that is breaking their game more than fixing it. If there's anybody else who really... Wow. Like, everybody that's over an 80 overall just keeps popping up in this same spot, which I'm not going to complain about. There's a superstar trait there I saw on that D-tackle. I need to see what that is. Shaq Thompson. Let's go ahead and keep him as a run stuffer. Not going to be the most powerful outside linebacker, but he will definitely help stop that run. Jeremy Chin. An upgrade. Pretty much all the players we're wanting to develop are, like, getting upgrades right here. Great. Are we finally out? Our left end has an upgrade we can do. And the rest of these we can just auto-upgrade. Alright, contract negotiations. I'm still on the fence about Russell Douglas. He's a normal dev, 25 years old. We have a bunch of young corners. I don't think they're going to be too necessary to bring back. And we haven't gotten to the point of the players that we signed during free agency. Let's go ahead and jump to the playoffs and see where we get. I do not see us making a playoff push this first season. But I could be wrong. Our team would really have to turn it around at this point. Swish, swish. Swish, swish. Alright. View the playoff bracket. This is my first time seeing this new playoff bracket that they've set up. Let's see how it's looking here. We got wild card here. We did not make it in, though. Not too surprised. First round bye goes to Baltimore and the Seahawks. So that's kind of cool, though. I do like it. Too bad it only took them forever to implement this. But it's nice. Good for EA. We end up going 7-9. So not great, not terrible, almost middle of the pack. We need a scout. Our scout's getting ready to walk on us. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can keep him for at least another 4 years. His current contract is $850K over 3 years, so let's give him like a $300 salary and see what he does. Or $300K salary. That's okay. Curtis Samuel is out. We apparently got some injuries throughout the season. Not surprising. Let's get through these upgrades. Jeremy Chin's the only one I think that I really need to upgrade manually because I'm not running him as a scheme fit. I'm giving him hybrid upgrades. Oh no, I don't want to upgrade you myself. Come on, there we go. 82 Gloves has an upgrade available. Oh my god, there's so many upgrades, guys. Did that say Christian McCaffrey had an upgrade? Yes, he does. How much better can Christian McCaffrey get? Well, apparently he has no power. So we can give him a good power back upgrade. See a few twos in here. Go ahead and upgrade Teddy Bridgewater. Work on those accuracies with him. I'm hoping that we can make Teddy Bridgewater the quarterback of our future and build this team around him. Supposedly, they have fixed regression and dev trait regression. We will see how that actually goes. Let's go ahead and sim up to the Super Bowl because we know we are not in the playoffs. Yeah, Tyler, I agree. I completely agree. I'm ready for 2K to come back. But don't be spamming my chat with that, man. I full-heartedly agree, but... So, we got Buffalo and New Orleans in the Super Bowl. Their fancy little playoff bracket that they think was a gigantic improvement. We're going to see. We do not have any MVP candidates. Nothing in Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is nobody. Offensive Rookie of the Year is nobody. Defensive Rookies of the Year. We got a few. We got 2. We got 3. We got 3 rookies. I'm going to go ahead. Hold on. No. There we go. I don't have any mods in my chat right now, so I kind of had to moderate it myself. Best QB, Teddy Bridgewater, probably is not going to be in there, and he is not. Christian McCaffrey comes in at number 3 for best running back, and Mike Davis comes in there as well. We will look also at the end of the season stats here in a minute. Julio Jones comes in. No wide receivers for us. We probably don't have any offensive linemen. We do not. Defensive linemen. Brian Burns in there for best D lineman talk. Best linebacker talk. And nobody in here for best defensive back. Patrick Peterson makes it in, which is nice to see his face showing up. And our kicker makes it into the talk. We're looking for stats. Go look and see how the team did at the last stretch. Teddy Bridgewater only threw 4 more interceptions. The 24 touchdowns. Our backup came in and threw 2 touchdowns as well. Christian McCaffrey does end up having a 1,000-yard season. He had 1,300 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground. Mike Davis ended up pounding in a lot of those touchdowns for him. No 1,000-yard receivers. Does not surprise me. But a few touchdowns around the board, though. Blocking. Quite a few sacks here. Defensively. See a 3 there. Justin Burris with 3 interceptions. The rookie safety. Or no, I guess he's not the rookie safety. He'd be our second safety right now. 3 interceptions. Everybody else is still pretty much sitting where they were. No defensive touchdowns. There was 1 block kick. No forced fumbles. And sacks didn't really go up a whole lot. Vic Beasley went from like 6 to 9. Only 3 extra sacks through that second half of the season. So definitely something we need to focus on is getting to the quarterback. Tackles for loss don't look terrible. Let's go ahead and get into our re-signing. Okay, we got some retirements here. Let's see if there's any for us. We don't have any retirements that we have to worry about. That's nice to have that to come up on the screen to actually see if somebody's going to retire. What do we got here? Eli Apple is 26. He's a 77 overall. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring back Russell Douglas. We definitely want to make sure we keep our corners. They did pretty decent for us. Okay, cool. We get him back. Mike Davis, 28 years old. Wants a 3-year contract. I don't want to bring him back for the extent of this rebuild. I mean, Vic Beasley did perform very well for us. Had 9 sacks. He only wants a 2-year deal, but he wants quite a bit of money. Let's go ahead and see if we can negotiate here with Eli Apple. Bring up that money just a touch. I'm not going to give him too much. And that should be all that I'm really interested in re-signing. Kind of take a glance through here and make sure. Yeah. That's all we're going to sign. Let's go ahead and get into free agency and see what we can do. So we have almost 30 mil in cap space. We can do some looking here. Would love to pull in Marcus Williams, but we do not have the ability to fight with the Ravens. Oh, they actually took the points off. I didn't notice that. That's awesome. We definitely need a tight end. We're going to go ahead and put a bid in on Gronk. I'm going to knock this money down, though, because I can't justify paying Rob Gronkowski that much money. We could use a backup to Christian McCaffrey, but somebody like Phillip Lindsay, I think, is a little too much. Maybe somebody like Le'Veon Bell. I'm not going to pay him this much. We're going to really knock Le'Veon Bell's cost down. He's really regressed in his lifetime, especially with his stint with the Jets. But he would make a great backup to Christian McCaffrey and maybe bring us in one more. Maybe like a Jerick McKinnon, who's not going to cost a ton of money. Let's see what all we have floating around in the league. We do need one more tight end at least. Juno Smith wouldn't be too bad. Nobody's putting any bids on him either. You could put a small bid on him and see if he'll take it. He's iffy about it. We definitely need a left tackle. See if we can get Cam Robinson. But I would want him for, like, a long haul. He's on the -2 morale. But not a bad tackle. Strong. I mean, his blocking's low right now because of that morale drop. But let's go ahead and put a 5-year deal on him. We definitely want to pay him the money that he is asking to get this tackle spot secured. We're going to be looking into the draft for some of these positions as well. No right guard, so we could bring somebody in. This is not going to cost us a ton of money. We're starting to run out of cap room. Let's go ahead and offer this 1-year deal here. Right tackle, we locked down. We're good on edge. We should be good on D tackles. I would love it if Ndamukong Suh was, like, 6 years younger. Tyus Bowser becomes a free agent. And we need an outside linebacker after letting Vic Beasley walk. But we need middle linebackers even worse. I don't think we have the money to compete for Jaylen Brown. I would have to pull a contract from somebody. Maybe Avery Williamson. Bring him in for a few seasons. I'm not going to offer him a bunch of money. I'm really trying not to offer anybody a bunch of money because we don't have a bunch of money to offer. Going into the draft, I mean, we have some spots that we can fill. That looks like it. So let's go ahead and move forward 1 week. We're going to see how many of these guys accept contracts. All right, we get Le'Veon Bell, we get our right guard, and we get the left tackle, which is good for us. Still the only one on Gronk. Avery Williamson got huge offers, as did Juano Smith. The franchise is kind of pretty much just like you pick a team, you go through a season, you go through a season or two, and just kind of build your team up, try to consistently get to the playoffs, Super Bowls, stuff like that. I would like Avery Williamson, but I'm not going to pay that much money to outbid Cincinnati. It makes it so much harder not knowing where the other teams are standing. So I'm going to put a bid on Dante Hightower, but I don't want to give him a gigantic contract. I feel like the Giants are going to be ahead of me still. Yeah, Giants are still going to be ahead of me. I'm going to go ahead and burn that one. You could do like fantasy draft. You could start out in a fantasy draft and draft the whole NFL around. But as for like starting like at the draft, no, you cannot. Unless you do like a full-blown sim until the end of the season. I would not mind dumping the money into this middle linebacker. He's younger. And we need a middle linebacker. We have none. So hopefully that puts us on top of Baltimore. And that's really it. That's all of our money. I'd like to get Tre'Davious Ward, but I think he could be more of a bust for us. Because I know a few franchises that I've played. And I've picked him up. He hasn't done much for me. Rejected! Come on, man. I need a middle linebacker, guys. New England putting a big bid in on Gronk. We're going to pull our bid off. I can't justify giving Gronk a ton of money at 32 years old for 3 years. It's just not in the books right now. Go for like a Jared Cook. Big-bodied, tight end, veteran. Still looking for a 2-year contract. Still in the 80s and overall. Regression hasn't killed him too bad. Gonna be really it. Maybe we'll draft one. I don't even know what all draft picks we have. You can try to... Let's go ahead and put one on Jordan Reed, I guess, too. Not that I want to give him a ton of money. I'm going to really try to cheapen him up. We're the only one bidding on them, so we might get them, we might not. We will see. We definitely need a middle linebacker. I guess Vince Williams is going to have to be the pickup here. But I am not paying an aging middle linebacker that kind of money. I will pay him something like that. I feel that is fair. Just for a 1-year deal. This team is a mess. Montez Burfict's not looking for a huge contract. But we don't have the money. And I really don't want that dirty of a player on my team. So let's see where we get after this week. I can't believe that we didn't get really much. Okay, we get our tight end. We get the middle linebacker. We didn't get the other tight end, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and start the draft here. We pick at number 11. I don't think there's anything that I want between now and 11. So let's see what we can get. We definitely need some offensive linemen. I know for sure we need a starting right guard. We really need a middle linebacker. So, yeah, let's go ahead and grab a middle linebacker first. We actually could probably wait until the second round. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just have all of our normal picks. We'll wait till the second round for a middle linebacker. Might be a terrible idea to do. But we need to get this O-line kind of fixed up. If there's any starting caliber offensive linemen, we can kind of look at it. But there really aren't. Second round projections. We have, what, 2 tight ends? Good at wide out. What about center? Was there any centers? We could get a center. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go with the center. Reed Humphrey. He's a mid-first round projection. 76 overall, ranked number 10 at True Talent. Got him at number 11, hidden dev trait. That'll allow us to move our offensive line around a little bit. Maybe he could start at guard. Go ahead and jump to our next pick. There's still a wide receiver. Let's look in the middle linebacker, see if there's still anybody there. There is. So let's go ahead and get Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. 68 overall. It's better than nothing at that position. Decently quick. All right on his tackling. Definitely needs some development. But he is definitely our instant starter here. Let's go ahead and jump to the third round. The wide receiver is still on the board. Doubt it. We don't need any wideouts. So Matt Bushman's still on the board. It is the third round. He's a second projected. We're going to go ahead and grab him. I mean, he's 23 years... Oh, yeah, that's the thing. He's 23 years old. We We don't need any D tackles. We need offensive line. Is what we really need. Because we have no backups. We have one extra tackle and one extra center. Nothing really there. I know we don't have any of those scouted. QBs are all gone here in the third, which I figured they would be. We could use a physical-bodied wide receiver. But at the same token, we really need a tight end. We're going to go ahead and roll the dice with Matt Bushman. 68 overall, ranked number 44. Normal dev. That was something I forgot to set, was the star superstar numbers. I can probably adjust that. Let's go ahead and jump to our next pick. Start maybe pulling in some O linemen. Some of these late round offensive linemen and seeing how they do. But there's not much here. Spencer Brown, but we have 2 tackles. You can always move him. Here we go. Fourth round projected guard, at least 30 bench press. We're going to take him. 66 overall. He's a backup. That's all he's going to be for us. Hey, little beast. Hey, it's been pretty good. How are you doing, man? Let's see. Back into our scouted. We're at the point where we're just picking depth players. Unless I see something that's, like, outstanding. Which I'm not. Go ahead and grab this right guard. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. And Ace, I feel ya. Have you not watched how my drafts go? Like, I use the same draft class and I still pick terrible players. Like, I'm terrible. We're in the 6th. We're pretty much picking depth. We need an outside linebacker. I am no goat at drafting. I promise you that. If I was good at drafting, I would have taken a wide receiver much earlier. When there was one of those wideouts just kind of chilling. Let's go ahead and grab this safety. No, we have a bunch of safeties, don't we? Yeah, we have a bunch of safeties. We need an outside linebacker. We definitely need an outside linebacker. Let's go ahead and take Pete Werner. Out of Ohio State, 21 years old. 65 overall, ranked at number 143. Got him at 171. And our last pick, probably not going to be much here. There is nothing here. I needed somebody on special. I can't remember if it was a kicker or a punter that I needed. Take a quick look really quick. Oh, these are supposed to be okay. Never mind. I'm just trying to figure my life out here. Don't need either one. I could have sworn we had somebody that was like almost 40. But... Oh, this is such a swing and a miss situation. We need a right tackle. Go ahead and look at right tackles real quick. If I can find one with over 30 reps, I'll be happy. But it doesn't look like there's going to be. There we go. Dan Moore Jr. has 30 on the nose. He's got a nice amount of reps. You've got a decent amount of reps. So we're going to go with Lernell Coleman. He's probably going to be a really low, very bad overall. Yep, 58 overall, but he's got the strength. I mean, he's a backup. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be using him as a starter. It's not like that's what I was looking for, was a starter. Go ahead and get our lineup set here. Not a whole lot has changed on the offensive side. A few new faces on the offensive line. Let's go ahead and bring Humphrey up here to being starting guard. I mean, we did get this left tackle. We still need a right guard, but that's fine. Actually, we're going to go ahead and start the rookie that we drafted. Only one overall difference. Exposed to safeties, we're going to move either Boston or Chin back over to the strong safety. Then we'll move Chin over. He did really well for us last year. I don't remember signing you. Vince Williams. He actually did end up signing with us. I forgot about that. So we do have a middle linebacker. Got some outside linebackers here. Didn't really draft anything phenomenal in this draft class. I think our best player was an offensive lineman. At a 77 overall. 76 overall, I think, normally. And then from there, it was like under. But we'll take it. We're just trying to get this team back into a playing order to be competitive. Still thinking that possibly Teddy Two Gloves is going to be our future. Let's go ahead and move one of these safeties over to where they should be. Move Trey Boston this time. We'll see if that works out. My team looks solid, but it's really not. What are you playing on? Are you playing on Xbox, PC, or PS4? I don't think this has come out for the new gens yet. Wow, just nothing but running backs in here. An older wide receiver. What are you playing on? Are you on Xbox, PC, or are you on the PS4? There's nothing in here that I want to grab. I do need to get a third tight end. Look up the that franchise guy rosters, draft classes. It'll be, if you go into the search bar, it would be under TFG. He makes some awesome rosters. He doesn't do them on PC. He did last year for Madden 20, but with how disappointed he was in Madden 21, he hasn't done anything with Madden 21. But he might. No, I think he did. Yeah, he did do the custom roster for the Xbox, and I think he has a team that did it for the PS4. But I've never seen anything pop up yet for the PC. He does draft classes. He does rosters, and he makes them a lot more realistic. He works for Pro Football Focus. And if you look him up on YouTube, he normally makes some pretty good Madden content. I'm always happy to send people Marcus's way. He doesn't know me. I don't know him. I just enjoy what he does, and I like to try to give him as much support as I can get him. I think he's been doing a lot of NCAA stuff, though, this year, just with how lackluster Madden's been. But I always try to shout him, and D4 is another one that I really like, watching the way that he does his rebuilds. See, Derek Brown gets an upgrade. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream once a week, and I'm gonna try to at least upload once a week, but there's no guarantee on that. With working a kid, life gets pretty busy. But we're looking at an 83 offense, 79 defense. I think we've actually regressed a little bit from the last season. Before I do cut days, guys, I'm going to go to the bathroom. When is it? There we go. I'll put you guys on some music to hang out to for a minute, and I will be right back.
Get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Your dark hair with those eyes so bright. They look into my soul and it sparks my life. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time. Do you remember? Can I take you there? Back to when we felt like this was forever. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time. Do you remember? Can I take you there? You're all I need. Can I take you there? Can I take you there? For the wrong guys, they keep telling me it's alright. How could I be so blind? I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Short dark hair with those eyes so bright. They look into my soul and it sparks my life. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? Back to when we felt like this was forever. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? You're all I need. Can I take you there? Can I take you there? Take you there.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, for copyright-free music, that music is pretty good. It took me a while to find that, but if you look up copyright-free music, you can find their playlists and stuff. Really useful when you stream on YouTube. We gotta cut some players here. Let's go look through the roster. Not like we have much to cut. Or very many players to cut. PJ Walker is going to go. Go ahead and get rid of Mark Walton. He didn't do anything for us last year. We did end up drafting a tight end. That is correct. So we actually didn't need Virgil Green. So we're going to go ahead and release Virgil Green. We could get rid of one of these edge rushers. Go ahead and move Christian Miller to practice squad. Don't really have any linebackers to let go. We could let go. Now we can move you to practice squad. Nice. Yeah, franchise mode's not difficult. It's kind of like playing just regular. It's just playing regular Madden, man. I mean, it's a little less in depth than, or a little less complicated than like Ultimate Teams is. Practice squad. Do I need to cut anybody else? No, I'm actually under a player, which is fine. See what that did to my depth chart. That probably readjusted a few positions I didn't want adjusted. No, it left everybody there. Cool. So maybe I see if there's a middle linebacker available, just to have a third middle linebacker, because I don't like to run two just in case somebody gets hurt. I guess we'll bring in Vontez Perfect for that 1 year season. Got a player upgrade in DJ Moore. Yeah, it's... You got to know how to find the balance. It can be a little rough, so you kind of get it figured out. Gardner Minshew available. That wouldn't be too bad as a backup under Marcus or Teddy Bridgewater, or even Marcus Mariota. But I think they have him for a huge. Yeah, we cannot afford that. Let's look into O-lineman. We really need a right guard, and there's still nothing there. Jack Anderson is definitely going to be our starter. Yeah, you'll probably just want to draft heavy on your defense and free agent pickups. Let's see here. Maybe see if there's a safety. Terrell Edmonds would not be a bad pickup for us. What's Pittsburgh need? Things that we don't have. I would be willing to give like a 5th round draft pick for Edmonds. Oh, you are not interested in that. How about a future 3rd? Like, I don't want to give you a this year's 3rd. Okay, we'll do the future 3rd and this year's 5th. Because we could use a... Yeah. They're not going to budge. So much for that. My coach should have some XP to spend here. Let's get this trade negotiator. Let's get scouting. And let's increase weekly XP. I need to really quickly turn off the auto scouting so I can import my random generated draft class that I ended up making a few sleeper players, but I did not make a bunch. I did a little bit of editing around to make them kind of match what the other draft class I have is. Let's see. We'll just go ahead and auto upgrade everybody here. And we're going to go ahead and jump to mid-season and see where we sit from there. Oh, whoops. I got to put in my draft class. I got to put in my draft class before I forget about it. I just about did. Where are we at? Week 3. That's actually perfectly timed. Oops. Go into import local files. There we go. I know I made a really strong D tackle that I'm not too into grabbing. We could use a safety. I know I made a few safety situations because there we go. Did I not give them colleges? I have to go through and fix a few things. Safeties are taken care of. We definitely still need a starting middle linebacker. I know one of these guys was really good. I think it was you? No. Can't remember who I made really good players and who I didn't make good players in my draft class, which is fine. I'm not too awfully worried about it. We can go ahead and now we can let's look at the contract negotiations and see what we have. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. I think we pick up DJ Moore. DJ Moore definitely has more of an upside than Robbie Anderson. Okay, so he wants more money. We'll probably have to give it to him. Dante Jackson's gonna definitely be coming back. Probably bring back our punter. Not looking like a whole ton of players that we need to re-sign, but definitely some that we're going to want to look into a little more than others. Jermaine Carter, maybe bring him back. Not that we have much depth there. Ian Thomas, we may let him walk. Player upgrades here. We actually have a center upgrade, which should be our young center here. We want to make sure we develop these guys to be what we need them to be and want them to be. He's almost done with his snaps. And auto upgrade the rest of these guys. Now we can jump to mid-season. Now that I put my draft class in there. Like I said, it's not like a realistic draft class. It's literally just I went through, I edited a draft class, and, and called it a day. And that took me like a whole day to do, and it was... I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Till I started getting into it and messing with overalls and stats, or the way people play and stuff. Let's go ahead and try to get DJ Moore signed here. Gonna offer him quite a bit more money. We want DJ Moore to stay here for the duration of this rebuild. And he takes that deal. Dante Jackson, our starting corner, we want to make sure we hold on to him. Bump his money up a little bit. Make sure he signs. You can go. You can go. You're in the midst of if I want you to go or not. You know what? We'll bring him in for a season. He wants a 1-year contract. I can work with that. Robbie Anderson, I know, wants a lot of money. Let's... Oh, we're past trade deadline, too. So it's not like I can throw Robbie Anderson on the trade block now. That was something I should have done at, like, the beginning of the season. Let's see where we're standing. We are 3-4. Not much better than we were last year. Tampa Bay leading with being 7-1. So if we do not make the playoffs this season, next season is when I am going to start taking a little bit of a player control and seeing if we can get to the playoffs that way. I know that Madden changed quite a bit of... EA changed quite a bit of stuff. So we will see how this ends up. All right, so playoff bracket. Let's see. We did not make wild card and we did not make bye. So we are out of the playoffs again this year. Saints come in with the bye week, turning it around, being 12-4. We're 9-7. We went positive, but we are in a tough division. Oh, we did make wild card. I didn't think we actually made wild card. Okay, so we do make the wild card. I missed that in our playoff bracket. Where did I miss that? Right there. I'm not used to being the Panthers. That's cool. I miss things once in a while. But Jared Cook saying that he wants to get a Super Bowl. I can't guarantee him a Super Bowl, but we're going to go ahead and look at the year stats here. Let me get these upgrades going. Definitely want to do Teddy Bridgewater's upgrade manually. Oh, he was already going to go for a field general. 28 years old. Teddy Bridgewater still has a lot of upside to his career. So let's take a look here. We did get that dev trait from our center, and he is actually a superstar. He has post up. Blockers with this ability are almost guaranteed to win any double team block they are engaged in. I think I might switch that. I might put him in as a security tech. What are his ratings? He's not super strong. His pass block power. Power is his big thing, so I'd say that's probably more tear proof. Or all day. I'm going to give him all day instead. Sounds a little bit closer to what he would have. Everybody, morale is up across the board. It's nice. The team is looking much better than it was. We are missing a safety over here. Why did it readjust my safeties? What's going on? There. We'll just manually put one of these guys as a strong safety. That'll fix that problem. So Trey Boston in there, starting strong safety. Defense doesn't look like anybody's really gone up. Just about where we were when we started the season. So let's see if the Panthers will beat the Bears. If not, we at least made the playoffs. And we do not win. We lose 38-28. Green Bay goes on to take on the Saints, and Chicago takes on the 49ers. On the other side, we've got the Browns and the Patriots. The Patriots coming back from losing Tom Brady back into the playoffs. And the Chargers taking on the Houston Texans. Well, morale is down again. Staff is all signed. Practice squad players have come to the team. We're going to go ahead and get to the Super Bowl, and we will look at the stats because I forgot to look at the stats. We can also look at the Pro Bowl roster, see if we have anybody in there, but I'm not too worried about it. Green Bay and the Texans are going to be the Super Bowl. Kind of strange that the Texans had the first round bye and they made it to the Super Bowl, and then Green Bay coming in here, number 6 seed, coming off a wild card. Go ahead and take a look at yearly awards. Deshaun Watson gets NFL MVP. And we have nobody in here. So, Offensive Player of the Year goes to Drew Brees on the NFC side. Nobody for us. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Darnold. And nobody for us. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Nobody for us. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we got nobody. Best Quarterback, nothing. Best Running Back, Le'Veon Bell. Not Christian McCaffrey. Okay, Christian McCaffrey does make it into the talk. Best Wide Receiver, we got nobody. Best Offensive Lineman, we got nobody. Defensive Lineman, we've got no... Oh, no, we got Burns. Best Linebacker, we have nobody. Best Defensive Back, we probably have nobody. And Best Kicker... we've got nothing. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here. I might do one more season of free agency, and then I'm probably going to call it a day on the stream. 25 touchdowns, 12 interceptions for Teddy Bridgewater. INTs are down, but as are touchdowns. Rushing, Christian McCaffrey with another 1,000-yard season with 7 touchdowns. Le'Veon Bell has 10. Teddy Bridgewater with a rushing touchdown. Trent Cannon, Jalen Moore, and Will Greer, all with rushing touchdowns. Receiving, Jared Cook led the team in receiving yards with 812 as a tight end. A veteran 30-something-year-old, 34-year-old tight end with 3 touchdowns. Robbie Anderson with 5. Curtis Samuel with 7. DJ Moore only with 2, and we decided to sign him over Robbie Anderson. Le'Veon Bell with a receiving touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with 2. Ian Thomas with 2. 1 for Alex Arma, and 1 for Jalen Moore. Matt Bushman does end up with 2 touches for 23 yards. Sack game, a lot less than last year. Wow, sacks were down. Sacks were way down. Not what you want to see in the second year of a rebuild. Interceptions are sitting at about the same. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3 forced fumbles. 1 recovered. Only 1 recovered. No safeties. We had 1, 2, 3 blocked kicks. and no defensive touchdowns. Leading tackle for loss is Brian Burns. And total tackles, Vince Williams, the veteran middle linebacker that we decided to sign. So not a great performance by the offense. As I said, this is probably going to be, we'll do the offseason, we'll do the draft, and that'll probably do it for this stream. Let's see if we had any retirements on our team. Jared Cook retires, and Juan Short retires, which Jared Cook we were pretty sure was going to retire. Anyway. Robbie Anderson. I don't want to bring him back on a 4-year deal. 29 years old, he's just going to regress at this point. I thought we signed you. Offer you a little bit more money, but I could have sworn we signed the center. Okay, he is re-signed. Go ahead and re-sign the punter. We have a decent punter. We want to keep him for the long haul. Give him a good amount of money. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all the more I really want to sign. I do need to go into league settings. I need to see if there's a setting I can change here really quick. Yeah, so let's bring up the X factors to 64. That makes it so there can be at least 2 per team. Superstar devs, we can bring up to like a 90. And star devs will bring up to like 420. That allows us to keep a rotation of players in the mix. Now, I will re-sign Robbie Anderson if I can get him on a good deal in free agency. But let's see what we got here. Jareer Alexander, we've done a few times. He never gets any better. Fred Warner would be a killer signing. We're going to offer this man a contract. We need a middle linebacker so bad. And for one to stare us in the face. Harrison Smith, we could bring in a strong safety, but he's 33 years old. He wants a 2-year deal. Maybe wait on that. Are there no teams bidding? Okay. So we have Devin McCourty available. Baker Mayfield available as a quarterback. Jameis Winston. Colin Kaepernick. Nothing too extravagant that I'm seeing. Halfbacks, we still have Lev Bell. Not that we're paying Le'Veon Bell a ton of money. We didn't New York jet him. Darius Geis wouldn't be too bad to have a power back. I don't want to offer him this kind of money because he's not going to be a starter. I'll give him backup caliber money. We'll think about it. Michael Gallup available, which would be a really good replacement for Robbie Anderson. Auden Tate, actually, I think would be a much better fit for us due to the fact that we do not have a big-bodied wide receiver. Keep him on put him on a 3-year deal, offer him that, and we'll see what he does. We need to look into tight ends again. David Njoku comes up. That's a very interesting situation. I'm going to go ahead and offer him a contract. Love David Njoku. Thought he had a lot of potential. I just don't think they know how to use him in Cleveland. And for a number 3 tight end, we're going to go down here. Christopher Herndon available. We might sign him. Jimmy Graham. Still playing. I'll give him a 1-year deal. He can be our number 3 tight end. Tackles are good. Guards are good. Center should be okay for a little bit. Don't have the money to really compete real hard with anybody. That's the problem right now. Would like to get a better right guard. Maybe I'll have one in this draft class that I can't remember who all is good and who isn't. Yeah, I think we'll wait for that. I know we let quite a few D tackles walk, and that is a big fall from grace on our D tackle tree. So let's see what we can find here. Maybe find somebody cheap. Maybe draft somebody. Let's do that. 1-year deal. I can swing that. Outside linebackers. We definitely need a right outside linebacker. And Jacob Martin looks like the guy. He is a speed rusher. Can't really offer him something like that. I want to make sure I have enough money in case I have to fill any holes after the draft. JPP available, but he's getting really old. He's 33. Cornerback situation. I'd love to bring in Jareer Alexander, but we just do not have the money. I think we should be okay. And for strong safety, we still have Trey Boston over on that side. Let's go ahead and move forward a week and see if we get any of our signings. Njoku. Okay, I think that's everybody. I think we literally signed everybody we bid on. If Jareer Alexander is still sitting there by the time we get to the beginning of next season, we'll probably sign him on a 1-year deal and see how he does. He's ranked number 3. If he takes that deal, I'll be super shocked. Because we would be paying him literally next to nothing to play. I guess corners just aren't a huge need, or... Okay, hello, Jareer Alexander. So defense goes up to an 87 now with the addition of Jareer Alexander. Eli Apple becomes redundant after signing him. So we're going to need to look into offense. We could use another wideout. We could use a young developable wide receiver. We could use a guard. On either side of the ball, really. Tight ends were good. Quarterback, we're still going to run with Teddy Bridgewater unless I see somebody slip through. But I think we should be okay. We have all of our draft picks. Let's go ahead and do this draft, and we will call it a day. So let's go ahead and start the draft. We do not pick until number 19. Let's go ahead and pick our first pick. Quarterback position. We might wait to get Jack Callaway. I don't remember what he's like. I think I made him an okay quarterback. No super impressive stats. Wide receivers. I feel like Vinny McLean was supposed... I think I made him a super good wide receiver, but I can't remember. We're definitely looking to O-line, though. We have a right guard here. Agile. 37 reps. Very strong. I think he was one that I made look like a late-round prospect. So let's go ahead and grab him. We do need a guard. 70 overall. Hidden dev trait. Ranked number 64. Got him at 19. We do need... offensive help anyway. 89 strength, so yeah, I made him a pretty strong guard. We're gonna see if that quarterback falls to us here in this round. It does not look like it. George Freeman looks good. I'm gonna keep an eye on him for the 3rd round. Or possibly the 4th. He's still there. We could use a D tackle. Go ahead and go with Casey Kilroy. We can see what else we have on here. We don't need a middle linebacker. We literally just signed a great middle linebacker. Our outside linebackers should be good. We do need a D tackle, and we need a right end. We do not have any edge rushers scouted. Let's go ahead and grab Doug Shelton. 35 reps on the bench press. 34. Not as athletic as the other guy. A little bit older, 23 years old, but we will definitely take it. 71 overall, normal dev trait. So we'll see if that quarterback falls to us here. He's probably also gone, and it looks like he is. Who all do we have scouted? Got some safeties, got a corner. At this point, we don't need middle linebacker help. We already drafted a D tackle. Let's go ahead and grab an outside linebacker. Maybe get a little bit of extra help on the outside here. He is a 69 overall, 84 in true talent. Got him 83. Not going to complain too much about that. Not a bad reach. Just one spot. You know, you'd think for my own draft class, I would know who the good players are. But it was so long ago that I made it. Not really seeing anybody that I think's worth grabbing. Maybe this nickel corner. Second round talent. Not great tackling, not great play rec. Let's see. 71 overall, normal dev trait. Not going to complain about that too much. He was definitely the best player on the board. No wide receivers scouted at this point. It's disappointing because we could use a wide receiver. So many D tackles. I don't think I did much with the D tackle class. This is, I think, literally just the stock EA class for D tackles. Because I was like, well, I know that they make a ton. Ooh, wow. 40 reps. 78, got him at 147. 93 strength. That's definitely a developable defensive tackle. Why did my stream go all fuzzy? Hold on 1 second. Gotta make sure I don't have to change any settings somewhere. Or if it's just YouTube being weird. I think it might just be YouTube being weird because I was not having this issue earlier. So maybe I have to increase some settings. I'm not entirely sure. Scouted players. We're into round 6. We're probably not going to find much here in terms of talent. Take this middle linebacker. 162, got him 179. 87 speed, 75 tackling. Kind of what we were looking for was a tackler anyway. See how the stream's looking here on the other side of things. I use my phone and monitor, and nothing. YouTube's not pinging me. OBS isn't saying anything. Everything looks clear on the PC version. It looks like it might just be like if you're on mobile. Because just looking at it in the YouTube look, it's fine. Like on my PC. And that's in full screen, like... I don't know, it does have a little bit of a blur, doesn't it? See, I really noticed it in here. Looks fine on the PC side, so I'm thinking it might just be the phone version. Maybe my phone's dying. I don't know. But let's go ahead and take this extra right guard. Sign ourselves and make sure we have a slew of offensive linemen. And we have no more picks. Go ahead and jump to the end of the draft. I don't think we got any hidden dev traits. Yes, we did. We got that right guard who might... Let's go ahead and... Jack Anderson is going to play left guard. So I'm going to switch him over to the left guard position. We'll bump him up to starter. McCoy is going to start there, which definitely makes us have a much younger O-line for Teddy Bridgewater to throw behind. Defensively, we did not have any hidden dev traits. We did end up getting a rookie corner. So maybe I will put Eli Apple on trade block. And going from there... That's going to do it for the stream, guys. I can hear my kid getting up from his nap, which is when I do a lot of my streaming. When I do stream, we're going to throw Eli Apple real quick on the trade block. Let's go ahead and add it there. Thank you guys so much who came in, hung out, and tuned in. I really appreciate it, especially those of you guys that were excited to see me come back. Streams will probably be like once a week, maybe twice, and uploads will definitely be at least once a week. Video edits and uploads. But thank you guys so much for coming in, hanging out, watching, chit-chatting with me. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I try to post new content every week. It used to be every day, working a new job, working different shifts and everything. It's the first half of my day is spent at work. So this ends up being the second half of my day. Hit the notification bell so you know when I upload and you know when I go live. And a few guys jumping in here. It was nice. It was awesome, guys. I loved it. Share the channel with your friends. They might get some enjoyment out of the channel as well. Comment down below if there's any games, any players, anything you guys want to talk about down there. There's still a link to my Discord server in the description of every video that I post. I love you all. Thank you for the support. I will catch you all later.